Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Chase's test results indicate he's infertile. Lucky and Elizabeth hit potential gold at Turning Woods. And Chase gets devastating news. Monday, January 27, 2025. Today on General Hospital, Curtis and Nina plot against Drew. Anna gives Jason a warning, and Laura worries about Lucky. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Related story. General Hospital spoilers January 27 to 31. In his room at the Metro Court, Sonny leaves a message with Natalia to call him about their trip. Christina arrives, is glad to see her dad is alive, and asks why he never showed up last night. He says it was just business and asks how the night went. Christina says it was great, except for a tiny fistfight, which she and Lucky handled. He says he knew she could do anything she set her mind to, and he'll be at Charlie's for all the future big nights. Christina says last night was the best she's felt in months, and he knew she needed that. She switches the topic and states she is ready to do her part in keeping Avery from Ava by testifying at his custody hearing. Christina worries Ava will exploit the tragedy at his apartment. Sonny tells his daughter that Diane is handling it and not to worry. Nina steps into Curtis' office at Aurora, and the two rant about Drew, who is sinking to new lows. Curtis informs her that Drew is threatening to tank specific Aurora deals involving the government through Congress unless he gets his company back. Nina can't believe this and is happy Willow is at the Quartermains, which hopefully will put some distance between her and Drew. More. What you missed last week on the soaps. Curtis suggests again that she come clean with Willow about her and Drew. Nina knows she should, and if Willow learns about her and Drew from someone else, then she could lose her. However, she can't tell her, and Drew won't tell Willow either. Her eyes are open to him now, and she's hoping with time Willow will wake up too. Curtis says he thinks the way to stop Drew is to make sure the freshman congressman has no friends in D.C. and is persona non grata. Nina knows some people to reach out to, but warns if Drew finds out, he'll really move against him. Curtis says he has no secrets, and everything he's doing is above board. Chase visits Willow at the gatehouse and brings a housewarming gift to welcome her and the kids back. She thanks him, given everyone else hates her. He tells her that she's a good person, and everyone knows it. Willow asks, and Drew? Chase admits bad things are being said about him. Willow says Drew is being ostracized from his family. It's not fair, and perhaps she shouldn't have come back here. Willow changes the subject to Chase and asks what is happening with him and Brooklyn. Chase ignores a call and says he and Brooklyn are trying to have a baby. Willow knows they are going to be great parents. Chase's phone dings, and it's his labs. He has no idea what they say and asks Willow to look at them. Chase hands her his phone and can see by Willow's face it's not good. She tells him that he really needs to speak to his doctor, who will explain everything. Chase pushes her to tell him, as now he's concerned. Willow says that according to these results, he can't father a child. Outside, Drew calls Monica and leaves a message saying he stopped by to see her, but Yuri said he was banned on her orders. He doesn't know if this is true or Tracy's doing. More. The secret to Steve Burton's casting as Jason. Jason visits Anna at her office, and she updates him on Sidwell relocating to Port Charles. She explains he's going to expand his business into North America and use Port Charles as a hub. She relays the news that there are no warrants out for him, and unfortunately, Sasha's kidnapping has never been reported. She orders Jason not to go after Sidwell. Jason says Sidwell came to town right as Sonny was targeted, so it can't be a coincidence. Anna says they are examining the evidence from Sonny's apartment and comparing it to the warehouse, but she can't comment on an ongoing investigation. Jason says if Sidwell went after Sonny, then he can't stand by and do nothing. He yells Michael is like a son to him, and if Sidwell set that bomb, then he needs to do something more. Anna says they still have no proof that Sidwell bombed Sonny's place. She tells him to think. If he acts, What if Sidwell retaliates and another tragedy occurs as is with Michael? Only this time another innocent is hurt. She asks Jason to just give her a chance to do her job. More. Did Jen's Sidwell blow up Sunny's from Lulu to her office and wants to talk about Lucky, who may be headed for trouble? She explains Lucky's involvement with Jen Sidwell and that Jens has relocated to Port Charles. She worries Lucky may try and get revenge, as he seems to be more and more like his dad these days. She just wants Lucky to live here in peace and to not go after Sidwell. It would be best for Iden, and selfishly for her, as she just got both her kids back. Lulu says she's realized she made everything about her since waking up, and she hasn't stopped considering her mother's feelings. She was in a coma, Lucky was gone, Nicholas is in prison, and she lost Spencer. Laura says she wasn't alone. She had Kevin, and she had hope she would be reunited with her kids. Lulu jokes. On the bright side, Nicholas is pretty easy to find. Laura can't believe her and says she feared for so long that Nicholas was lost until he turned things around and faced the consequences of his actions. Lulu assures her mother that she and Lucky will be okay too. Laura asks Lulu to just keep her eyes out if she sees anything troubling with her brother. Lulu turns to the topic to her new job at Deception. She's happy to be back working with Maxie, but she's Brooklyn's assistant. She thinks focusing on not strangling Brooklyn will give her something to do until she finds Charlotte. More. Alexis learns the truth about Sam. Liz and Lucky drop by Turning Woods to see Liz's friend Tara, who she is hoping will give them a list of Cyrus' patients. Another nurse explains Tara called out sick and asks if she could help them with anything. Lucky remembers her from the night his sister escaped. He lets her know that she got home safe, and he is sorry for getting a little carried away that night. Liz explains she's a nurse too, and she knows how tough a job is. That is also how she knows Tara. Lucky tells the woman they were hoping to find out some information about Cyrus Renault. He explains Cyrus is his uncle, and he asked them to drop by and get a list of the patients he visited that passed away, so he can send the family condolence cards. The nurse gushes about how good Cyrus is and prints off the list. Suddenly, the manager appears and is not pleased to see Lucky. The manager tells the nurse to return to work and asks Lucky why he's here. Lucky keeps the manager preoccupied, saying he and his family will be suing Turning Woods. The papers they need are still being printed. As Lucky rants off a list of charges, Liz grabs the papers. The fed-up manager says he's calling security. He sees Liz and asks why she's behind the desk. She says her purse fell, and she was picking it up. They leave, and Liz hopes these pages give them what they need. Martin arrives at the Port Charles Grill and orders a drink at the bar where Lucy is sitting. She asks if he'd like to join her, but he says, "In your dreams." He walks off, and Natalia joins Lucy at the bar to discuss deception business before she and Sunny go out to Le. Lucy squeals that she loves Le. Natalia says she has a colleague out there who has a store on Rodeo Drive and wants to sell their products. She reminds Lucy they've talked about this, and if she lends this account, they can rub it in Tracy's face. Lucy can't recall any of this but loves it and asks when they leave. Natalia says her colleague only wants to meet with her and their silent partner, so they only want to talk about financials and spreadsheets. Lucy is already bored with the number talk and assumes that must be why she doesn't remember any of this. But this sounds huge. Drew meets with Martin and vents that he's been banned from the Quartermain grounds by Monica, who is not taking his calls. He says she was the first person to welcome him into the family. She never gave up on AJ or Jason, but she's barred him, so he must be her first lost cause. He wonders if he was ever her family to begin with. He should have seen this coming as Michael was Monica's favorite, and he did hurt him. Martin notes Michael has more problems right now than his marriage, and he thinks someday Monica will come back around. Drew hopes Martin is right, but banning him won't keep him from seeing Willow. Drew says he needs to find a place to live, so he'll need a realtor. Martin says this is a coincidence and looks over at Lucy at the bar. Martin leaves Lucy and Drew to talk business. He wants a house near a good school, and also he'll need 5 bedrooms. Lucy thinks that's a bit big for him and his daughter. Drew quips, "Who says it will only be us?" Natalia returns to Sunny's room and lets herself in, shocking Christina. Christina asks why she has a key to her dad's room. Natalia explains the doorman gave it to her as they have business to discuss before leaving for Leh. Christina isn't sure this is a good time for her dad to be leaving town. Sunny tells Christina it's deception business and not to worry. Christina trusts her father and heads out.